What is going on, everybody? We hope you guys all have had a wonderful break from us. It is your co-host Steve coming in with, as always,
the great and powerful John.
The great and powerful John. All right, we're getting better with the introductions. What is going on, everybody? We are back again with season 2 of Dead Men Tell Tales. I have actually been going back through and re-listening to our first season. Sorry it took us so long to get on the right path. Dude,
it was only supposed to be a month break.
Yeah, well, not only that, dude, I'm listening to it and I'm just like, the hell did we do? But either way, this season here we have a much more detailed plan, I guess, a better plan of what we're going to be doing. So pretty much this episode, this episode, an episode in the middle and an episode at the end are pretty much just going to be randomish episodes. Pretty much going over what we're going to be talking about, what we've already talked about, and then obviously the last episode will be what you guys' thoughts are. But since we've had a month and a half break here, something like that, we're going to fill you guys in on what all has been going on in our lives. John, I'll let you start with this one.
So we moved from Michigan to Tennessee. And then both switched jobs. It's been a pain to finish and getting the house finished up, all the furniture brought in and all that stuff like that. So if you move, just know that that's going to happen. It's not been a whole lot of fun just yet, but we moved into a really nice area. So it's,
don't let him fucking lie. Okay. He's had black bears in his yard. Like I sit here and like 2 days after he moves, I wake up to just a video and a photo of it's what's in my backyard right now. And I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, there's lots of wildlife, lots of it. But that's pretty. I mean, it's pretty cool. But as long as they stay wild and stay out of the yard, we'll be all right. They just got to stay on the other side of the fence, away from the dogs, and they will.
You know where the neighbor feeds them at. It's where they need to stay.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, I didn't. She literally, the last time I showed her the video of the bears in the backyard and the cubs in the front yard. She's like, "Oh, we've been here since October. I've never seen any bears." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I guess I should stop throwing scraps out off the porch." Lady, yes, stop that right now.
She couldn't have Yogi. Excuse me. You know, she couldn't have Yogi up in that bitch.
This season, we also plan on getting better with having Steve hit that mute button.
Yeah, I do. I cough a lot. I'm sorry. I vape. I'm sorry. It's bad for me, I know. Yeah, well, with me, man. I've had pretty much a spring hustle here going, obviously, along with work. Still at the same job, but I've got quite the spring hustle. I make and sell picnic tables, and as it stands right this moment, I sold another one tonight and delivered it, so that put me at 35. I have sold and delivered 35 picnic tables, so I'm rather proud of that one.
Quite the lucrative little hustle.
It is quite the little hustle, man. My little man just graduated kindergarten, so I am now the proud dad of a first grader. I'm not gonna lie, I cried like a little bitch. I did, man. That was insane. I'm messaging John during this thing. I'm like, dude, I'm sitting here crying like a little bitch. Like I purposely sat in the back.
I was super supportive. I was like, "Don't do it, little buddy. It's gonna be okay." That's not true. I was like, "Stop being a big old bitch."
Yeah, he was. And then he proceeded to tell me that he spilled his Cajun peanuts in his truck and he cried. And I told him that tracks. He needs to stop being a big gay bastard. They're just spilt nuts.
It's hard. I mean, now that we're in Tennessee, it's easier to find better fried foods, but it's still hard to find a place that's got good boiled peanuts. And I found it. I ate a couple of them. Had to hit the brakes. They went flying. Lost half.
Understandable. I mean, there's a lot of what a lot of you know, obviously, through my rants of last season, I had a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend, and then she broke up with me. So I'm I'm still single, still doing my thing.
Hit them up, ladies.
Yeah. All right, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna one of these days. It's gonna be like that reel that went around of the guy that's doing like the video dating service, where he's like standing there and he's like, "No, I'm just looking for a good girl to treat me right because I deserve happiness and
Oh, I love that
I
video.
don't understand." And like he starts to freak out and he ends up like by the end of it, he's throwing at the video camera and everything. And I'm like, it's probably a telltale sign of why you don't have a girlfriend, my guy.
Yeah, he like flipped over the ferns and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Freaked. He's like, I don't think it should be so fucking hard for me. I'm like,
we gotta get the editing stuff finished up and look into getting like a monitor, because the people that haven't seen that video clip are missing
That's
something.
what I was saying, dude. So behind me, I want to build an actual stationary desk. And that way I can put dual monitors up and I can have dual monitors and stuff like that. But yes, I mean, obviously you guys see I've got to finish the podcast room. John has to put his stuff up yet. So if John's audio seems a little odd, that would be why. Mine, I'm pretty sure that the AC doesn't have much to do with it. I'll find out in the morning when I listen to this. Yeah, so that's what's been up with us. As far as this season goes, I've been telling John, I've been doing research, guys, for the past 2 weeks probably. On the topics we've decided on. Well, I've decided on this season. On my behalf here, I'm going to be doing, as far as the main podcast here goes, I'm going to be doing legendary, famous Native American indigenous chiefs. I've got Red Cloud, Victorio, Tecumseh, Magnus Coloradus, Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and Geronimo. So that's what I'm going to be doing. There'll be 2-part episodes. And then on the YouTube side of everything, I know I left you guys hanging, kind of stopped like mid YouTube season last season. So this time I'm going to keep it rolling here. I'm actually well ahead of the game on that. I'll be doing 2 different subjects. One of which is going to be Western expansion, which for those of you that are in the States, you know what that is. You know that is the founding of America past the Mississippi. That's the Louisiana Purchase and beyond. So that we're going to be going over that, and we are also going to be doing the Apache Wars. But I'm also going to include in another couple other indigenous wars with that as well. So if you guys know anybody, know any Native Americans, know any tribe members, anything like that, by all means, reach out to us. Me personally, I would love to talk to you. Like I love the culture. Absolutely love the culture. Yeah, reach out to me. John said he's going to take me to the reservation in Tennessee. I'm going to hold him to that.
It's about an hour away. I was just thinking about
I
that.
don't care how long it is. Dude, I'm not even going to lie. I looked into going to the Badlands powwow this year.
There's a reservation in Pennsylvania right on the edge. We've seen it.
Yeah, but they're not I'm not going to say that.
The Cherokee tribe, the eastern band of the Cherokee Indians, that's about 45 minutes away from me. On their reservation, I go there to fish a lot, and there's a good chance you could probably find. They do a lot of like historical dancing and all that stuff out there. They'll do like powwows, and they'll do like a bunch of shows and stuff. And if you probably caught one of them at the right time and like, hey, I want to do like a sit down interview with you, they would probably do it.
I'm all for that. Man, like it doesn't even have to be an actual sit down interview. Like I'll be happy to FaceTime you, call you, fucking what is this, StreamYard you, whatever. Like it on in all reality, like if people know people, it doesn't even need to be published. This is just, it'll be for my own personal knowledge. I don't know. I enjoy learning shit. I didn't learn.
Some of what I'm going to do this season is going to tie in with some of Steve's stuff. It's going to be a lot of like the older history style stuff of like in the Tennessee area, like the Battle of Shiloh Hill and all that stuff. He's going to focus. It seems like there's going to be more focus on the tribal stuff from Steve this year. So I'll try to cover maybe not so much the Civil War side or that type of stuff, but more of
I'd say honestly, dude, I've been doing deep planning. Like I plan on doing a Civil War season. Like major points. Obviously, this takes place in the U.S. Obviously, I'm a huge history nerd. Like my history isn't just based here in the U.S., but the majority of our listeners are kind of here in the U.S. So the way I've been wanting to go with it, and I think John would agree with me on this, is like we both love history.
Inquisition.
What?
We're not doing the Spanish Inquisition.
No, we are not.
But
we both love history, and pretty sure both of us in school didn't really like the history teachers because they were boring as fuck. So what we're going to do is obviously when we do the history lessons, quote unquote here, we're going to do like 15, 20 minutes at the end of it of our own point of view. And we're going to put this into our own terms in this. Obviously we're not going to change names or anything like that, but it's going to be put into fun terms. Like I don't even have an example for you here, but we'll use the Battle of Little Bighorn here. Everyone says, oh, it was a massive defeat. Custer got his ass handed to him. And that's how that's going to be portrayed when we go over that. It's not going to be, oh, it was a massive defeat. The Native Americans greatly defeated in United States. No. Custer got his ass beat. He was taken out back of the bar and just fucking beat. Okay, you got a little too handsy. Shit went wrong. You good over there? You're just like fucking staring at the computer.
I was trying to think. I wanted before I said it that like the Tennessee had the second most troops during like the Civil War area, and the second bloodiest battle during the Civil War was in Shiloh Hill. Like the first one was in Virginia. They had the most troops. They had the most battles, but the second worst one was Shiloh Hill in Tennessee, and that's one of the ones I've been looking up and reading about. And
well, yeah, if you talk to any Civil War buff, like Shiloh, Shiloh, Chancellorsville, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Spotsylvania was another one that was
yeah, you got to be careful who you talk to about that, because I myself and then some other people may agree that it wasn't so much about what everybody said it was. It was more like the war of northern aggression. Basically, it wasn't like they didn't start out to. They wanted to free everybody, but they also had ulterior motives. So, it was,
oh yeah, dude. You figure all of the raw materials came from the South.
They still do, for the most part.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes part like the ulterior motives are there. It makes sense. I mean, unless we're talking like vampires, like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter or Vampire Killer. That was.
I've seen that.
I still watch that. Fuck you mean, dude? That's like one of the only quote unquote scary movies that I'll watch.
I don't know if it counted as a scary movie.
That's what I'm saying. It probably doesn't count as a scary movie, but guess who does? And guess who will watch that? You put some Buffy on, some Scream on. Maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend, dude. Because they're like, "Are you into horror movies?" Fuck no. You're gonna be holding me.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked with me and Ronnie when we first got together. Like the first night or so we hung out, we watched like was it Remember Me or something? But after that, like the romantic movies were gone. It was like she was just like, we're gonna watch Rob Zombie House of 1,000 Corpses 1,000 times, and then we're gonna watch it every Halloween, along with the other ones like Devil's Reject and.
Now I watch Devil's Rejects. I don't consider Devil's Rejects horror.
I don't either. I just consider I'm just
I
I've
get it. I
watched
get it. I get it.
a dozen times.
Fair. I mean, it's the same with me and Tombstone, dude. I watch Tombstone just to watch Tombstone.
But we were talking about movies the other. We were driving through the park the other day because we were going swimming in the mountains, and she was looking out the window. She's like, "Those are like class 3 rapids," and she was like, "You think we can swim in those?" And I was, "Have you ever seen Without a Paddle where they're standing beside the water?" And he was like, the Indian dude was like, "Oh yeah," he was a tour guide. He was like, "Oh yeah, what class? 3, 4?" He was like, or no, he said 4 or 5. He was, "Why don't you try putting those numbers together? I've shot a class 45. And I've never lost a man." That is still one of the greatest lines I've ever heard. And then the dude was like, "Lie to me. I don't care. There's a GPS in the boat, so we get it back." Jesus.
Oh man. So yeah, that's what our plan is for this going forward. Obviously, as you guys can all tell, we are still working on that intro music. And obviously we're gonna do our best to have video of what we're doing while we're recording this put up as well.
I've got the desk in here. I'm gonna get probably the desk chair this weekend. I'm pretty sure I can have a desktop or some type of screen setup to where within like the next week or two. Because I think that's a great idea to run a desktop style setup with the computer and the the mics and all that stuff. Because I do want to look into, like we were talking about last night. We talked last night on the phone for like an hour. We looked into doing headsets and stuff to eliminate some noises, but unfortunately, I do my end of this on a Apple MacBook, I think, and it doesn't. It just refuses to have regular USB plugs unless you buy the adapters. So it's like you can't even really use. I have a really nice headset that I could use to switch it over to PC, but it won't run on this without an adapter.
Yeah. So pretty much, without saying it, what we're saying is
I'm about to girl math my way into a desktop.
Okay, he's gonna girl math this way. What I was gonna say is we are taking this seriously, like we are upgrading our stuff. It's just obviously both of us have adult lives that we can't just throw our entire paychecks at desktops and podcasting. It's something that we're piecing together. So bear with us as we go through. If you guys hear stuff you really like, or you notice audio is a little nyeh, or you hear something, anything, engage. Let us know. We're not going to bite your head off and be like, go fuck yourself. No, we're going to take it. It's constructive criticism. Be constructive. We definitely enjoy that. I mean, I know I had on the gang stuff that I covered last season, I had some people not reach out to me, but they commented on it. So that's always a plus, obviously. And then, like I said, just comment. If you guys have anything like this season, for prime example, if you guys, any Native Americans, you are a Native tribe member, reach out, comment, we'll reach out to you. So just reach out.
I don't know if we're very big on the reservation lands, but we're trying.
Yeah. No, other than that, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, this wasn't supposed to be a full episode. It was
No.
just supposed to be an update type deal to let you guys know we didn't forget about it. We're not stopping. We didn't quit.
No.
It did take 3 weeks longer than we originally planned, but
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, moving a lot more stressful than I thought it was going to be. Not so much stressful. It just there's a lot more shit you got to do.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a lot of shit anymore. Till I move, and then I realize that I have more shit than I actually need.
But yeah, I definitely started looking into desktop setups last night, and I've got the desk, I've got all that stuff set up. I just need to rearrange some stuff and then get like a computer chair because I got rid of the chairs that I was using last season because they weren't going to fit in the moving truck, so they weren't that important.
Fair. I get that 100%. I mean, like I said, all I got to really do is build a semi-shelf desk type thing in here, and then I'll be good. And then it's just hanging the monitors.
You should check out. I'll text you about it. I was about to say I seen something online last night about monitors. I'll send it to you.
Sweet.
But
all right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode.
Yep, it was just like the
back.
update episode.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning back in. Like we said, we did not forget about you. Just took a little bit longer. We are back, and we're gonna make shit happen this season. So, with that being said, everybody, John, you got anything else?
32 episodes.
Yes, we're shooting for 32 episodes this season. 64 on the YouTube. Can I make it happen? Yes, I can. All righty, everybody. With that being said, y'all have a great week. We'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Take it easy, everybody. See you next week.